Hello, streaming to you live. I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Tuesday, May 5th, 2026, and it's my very first time streaming live on Rumble. So I thought it's about time I try this. It's Tacky Tuesday, episode number 267, and it's day number 386 wearing the incredible X39. And the countdown is on, as I'm saying. The countdown's on to my to my birthday, my 50th. And I'm just a little distracted here. I'm not sure if you can hear me. I'm hoping that you can. I'm seeing a display on my audio here, but I apologize if you cannot hear me. It's the first time, but I hope I got it right. So, and I asked the question, do you cheat? And then I will follow up with today's workout, which is a 10-minute HIIT, and I will be doing push exercises. So, the subject of do you cheat? I bring this up today because of what I saw on LinkedIn, and someone commented on a post that I shared here. I said it was in regards to the puzzle, the zip here, and I write, is there something that you can do to help improve your mental focus and clarity so that you can score above the average in this daily puzzle game? The answer is yes. Read about how, because at my age of 49, I believe I defy the odds with the countdown. As the countdown is on from yesterday, I say is 138 days. The method I choose focuses on what is foundational, and it applies to everyone. Be smart, be astute with your choices, because not all choices that are available are good and long-lasting. Because if you are limited with time, as I am, most of us want the most bang for your buck. And every time I press the go live button, I show you what I do. It's simple, but also very effective. However, when it involves the body, you have to be patient and willing to measure the improvements. And I have been doing this to provide the evidence, which I'm here showing you, giving you the evidence that the foundational choices work. And if you think I am full of it, try to match my energy levels and fitness testing results. So here I on that particular puzzle, I scored 12 seconds and I had one backtrack, and then I leave a picture of the famous graph where I hit 217 beats per minute right here on Unlock Your Bioenergy. And it ain't a fluke. So there's some replies here. The first person says, I'm 54 years old, forget the years, enjoy the puzzle. Yeah, that's nice. 6 seconds. Matching my all-time highest score of 6 seconds. I'll show you that. All right, you scored well, matching my fastest score too. Yes, okay. Someone says, I'm also 54 and I enjoy these LinkedIn games. It's great. I like it too. Someone says, 6-second time because you watch the days in the puzzle being completed. Know the path to take and then complete your puzzle for that great time. Yeah, I guess 6 seconds could be fast. What did I score here on this particular one? Oh no, this one I scored fast too. It was 12 seconds. Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah, he's defending me. I'm seeing this, so. And then I write here, I'm not interested in cheating, how you can cheat your way out of bad nutritional choices, as I back up what I say, much like how I show you how I got these over the span of 266 live stream episodes, where I show you how I do it and continue to do it. You will get bored watching all of them, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Yes, my videos are boring, I must say, but when it comes to building the guns, I don't think it's pretty boring. I think it's fun. So, because cheating your way through things is not good. And I see more and more and more people are trying to promote these peptides. And quite honestly, it's really disturbing. Because if you have a digestive system, a stomach, a small intestine, large intestine, pancreas, liver, gallbladder, why do you have it? Is it because God gave it to you? Or your parents gave it to you? And if you think you need to inject a peptide like here, you're fooled. Because your body synthesizes the amino acids that you put into your stomach and creates peptides. So make sure you are utilizing that. And support your body with good choices. Because it's important. And then you can reap the benefits like you see here. I like it. I think it's something to be proud of because I've worked hard for it. I've been here 266 times. Now 267. And there's no denying I feel great. And you can too. And it starts with making the right choices. Now, I always say rely on number one, on your digestive system. Number two, drink the cleanest and most absorbable water that you can. My choice is deuterium depleted water with a molecular hydrogen bond angle of 114 degrees. Now, there are a lot of people that say, oh, it's snake oil. I don't think it's snake oil. Because there is absolutely no way I could get heart rates at 217 beats per minute if I wasn't drinking this water. Something has fundamentally changed in my body to allow it to happen. Fundamentally changed. And is it just a coincidence that it started happening after I started drinking this water? No! It's a direct result. Because my body's able to do it. And this is why I'm like a broken record every single day. To tell you. What you can do to achieve it. There's no mystery. There is no confusion. And speaking about confusion, a lot of people are confused about creatine monohydrate. I'll be the first to admit I was confused myself because I thought it was important. And then in 2024, I hurt myself. And I said, oh, I'm not exercising, so I'll stop taking creatine monohydrate. I stopped. And then in April of 2025, I decided it was time to start exercising again because I had taken enough time off of exercising because I hurt myself right here before I started live streaming. So that was in 2023. I took an entire year off. Something that is not normal for me, especially after so many straight years of working out. And I even did it when I even exercised when I went on trips. That's how committed I was. I was consistent with it. And when I hurt myself in 2023, it was the stupidest thing. That vibration plate that you see me using every day, I kneeled onto the power cord with my right knee. And the pain that I felt was like instant. And it all stems from an injury that I first sustained when I was 11 or 12 years old. Jumping dirt bumps in the field, big ones with my BMX bike, and I fell. I hurt myself good. I remember exactly how it felt. It was not fun. And in that accident, I hurt my knee. And in 2023, I hurt the same knee. And that's what caused me to stop exercising altogether. And which brings me to my point in life today, because last year I decided to pull the trigger on using the X39 because of my knee. It was not healing the way I wanted it to. I said, this is terrible. I can't even, deal with the pain because of how it felt from the year prior, taking a year off from exercise. And now a year later, you see me kneeling down on the vibration plate as if everything is okay. And that's the case, because everything is okay. And I feel comfortable doing the exercises that I do. And which you will see in this episode. I will show you how comfortable it is. So before I do that, make sure you always eat the 3 aminos. I've talked about it before, and I will continue to talk about them, because in order to experience the full benefits of improved mental clarity, rapid pain relief, reduced inflammation, improved skin appearance, enhancing your sports performance, increased energy and vitality, and faster recovery from exercise, you need to have those amino acids present when you put this on. And when you consume minerals that have copper in it, aka Celtic salt or Redmond real salt, have trace remnants of copper, then those 3 aminos in the copper, they blend together after being tapped on the shoulder like this by the X39, which you wear here like this. It fits into your lifestyle, and you don't have to take extra time to do a recovery, because your body is getting the recovery signal while you work all day long. I mean, is that a benefit? You bet. Is it convenient? Yep. Is it going to cost you something? It will. But when you start feeling the benefits, they're worth it. That's what I'm saying. Power your DNA with the best. Because exercise will only do so much. As does eating well. You need to have the combination of things, which I call foundational. And when you're consistent with it, then you can reap the benefits. That's all I'm going to say for today. So, scan the QR code, visit unlockyourBioenergy.godaddysites.com. You'll see the buttons there where I've got all a variety of different pieces of information that describe the different phototherapy options that you can utilize to help you feel better. And if you want to learn about how I make water, it's there too. And today's workout is going to be push exercises. So I'll be doing dips. And I'll be using the bands that are on the wall here. You see one is anchored up here and the other one is over here. Okay. And I'll be pressing down like a dip station. That'll get the lower pectoral. I'm going to focus there. Second exercise is going to be the upper chest. So where I will be using the vibration plate as well for all the exercises today. So the upper chest, I'll be using the exercise ball, put it behind my back, and I'll lean on a 30, kind of like a 30-degree angle like this, right? Somewhere like that. And then press forward, up. So if you're thinking leaning back and you want to push up and away, that will get the upper chest fibers. And then I will do a wide angle press on the vibration plate. So this is going to work the medial part of the fibers. Like this, pressing this way. Okay. And then lastly will be a fly for the chest, which is taking the bands, one from each corner, and then pressing it, squeezing the elbows this way. And by squeezing, you're going to follow the fibers all the way through, from the upper all the way down to the lower. Then I'll be switching to the stretched tricep extension. So basically mimicking, let's say if you're a football player or a basketball player or a baseball player and you're throwing the ball. So power is generated from this stretch point. That's where the most power comes from. And working from the stretched position, I'm going to make sure the muscle's doing the work. That's the tricep, both arms at the same time. And then I will switch to doing tricep holds, holding it here. And that's basically when you're flexing the tricep and holding it at that position. So, without further ado, let's get on with a warm-up session, which is going to be with the rope. And I see I have the metronome set up there. I'm also wearing X49, one here, and then one is here. So, we'll see how that feels. Today's tempo I will set at, I'll do 180. I'm going to go faster today. You can see how it feels. So, that's the tempo that you're going to hear. So, skipping with the rope will be at that pace. All right, so it is a brisk pace, and I encourage you to try to keep up. All right, I see what happened here. I want to make sure that the rope's not too far. This is nice and high. Yeah, that's good. So, before I forget, I want to turn on the heart rate monitor. All right, that's good. And in addition to the metronome, we're going to have the timer. So every 30 seconds will be a high. So matching the tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And the metronome is going to call the tempo. So when the screen turns green, that's when you know the high tempo. All right, so this is just a relaxed tempo. All right. So for 30 seconds, ha. All right, that felt brisk. It's kind of cold down here. I can feel the temperature already in my body, especially going to my hands. Wow, this pace is fast. All right. Ah. Wow. I see a bird in the windowsill. Hello. Two of them now. Huh. I'm distracted by the birds. Ouch. certainly feels good. I think it's streaming good, but I can't tell. Not right now, at least. All right. The first exercise, very first one, I'm going to do is the dead man hang. So basically, I'm going to test my grip strength. And I have changed this position of the bar, so it's higher, and that way I stay completely stretched out, still hanging. As you'll see here. So I thought about using the stool here to help me establish a grip, but I changed my mind, and I have to jump a little bit to get to grip the handle. So doing so will force me to grip it the way I need to. And I will start 4, 3, 2, 1. So here I'm not using any energy for my knees or for my heels to bring them straight up. I can basically, I could just barely touch the ground. So, gives you an idea how long I was able to hold on to the bar. My fingers feel stiff because of a lack of blood circulation. Blood is going to other parts of the body. So, first exercise is going to be the dips. So I have the bands that are set up here behind on the wall. So as I explained earlier, there's one here attached and a second one here. And these are the black body elastics bands. So this is what I use. And this is the 19-pound band. And when you cut them in half, so basically you're doubling the resistance. So 19 times 2, one side, 19 times 2, the other side. So that equates to a total of 38 times 2. That's the total weight. So it gives you an idea. And my plug here has for the So what I'm going to do is place the kind of in the center here, and I'm going to put my feet up against the wall behind me, and grab the bands here like this, put them in my palms, and I'm going to press up or press down like I'm doing a dip. So holding it here, and squeezing all the way down. So this here works the upper chest and some of the shoulders as well, but having the vibration. So if you lean a little bit more forward, which you can, and I can feel it on the chest. For next week, I'm going to have to remember to use the smaller ankle straps. These are the bigger ones. That way it takes some of just a little bit more of the slack out, especially for the next exercise, which is the upper chest. And the way I will be doing that, you'll see why. Fighting the pain. All right. So what I was referring to is I have these are big ankle straps, so you can see here how big it is. I'll show you. One is smaller. One is bigger, right? So this is the one I should use, which I will be switching to for this next exercise, which is the upper chest. And what I will do is take these bands off the top, and I will be placing them on the bottom. But in doing so this side will attach like this, and then you're going to take both carabiners and put it through the other side to take the length out of the band. And I'm doing this purposely because of the distance that I will be from the wall for this next exercise. So this is where I'm putting this through the other side, holding it like this, and then taking both carabiners and placing them through the other side. And I'm doing this purposely because I want the slack to be reduced, but also to have balance between the two sides. Okay, looks good. So now I'm pulling them like this. I don't know if you can see it. It's much shorter, which is what I want to achieve. Now, I'm going to take the vibration plate, turn it perpendicular to the wall, and put about half the plate distance away, so to speak. And I'm taking the exercise ball, and then I will be sitting on one end of the plate. The ball is going to on the other side. And what happens now is the vibration is going to travel through both my hips and through my upper body, which is what I want. And then I'm going to take the bands that I just attached, and there's tension right here, right at the beginning, which is what I want. My elbows are behind my torso, and I'm going to press upwards like you're doing in an incline, like this. Wow, the amount of vibration is crazy. Doing it this way, really, really disturbing. But it's good because it forces you to maintain balance. And I can feel the activation of the upper chest because of it. It's good. Wow. Definitely stronger in the lower chest because I've been doing dips a lot longer. Oh, wow. Try an explosive rep. Oh, wow. Certainly get my money's worth with that one. I feel it right on the upper part here. So that's where I feel it, right there on both sides. So right beneath the clavicle, that's where you want to feel it. Whew. Okay, next up is the medial pectoral. So not the upper, not the lower, but the one in the middle. And I'm just going to take this off because I need to move this out of the way anyway, so that's why I'm doing it. Next up is, I said, the medial, so that's where I'm going to take this vibration plate, move it away, and then I'm going to raise the bottom portion of this because when I take these plates, you can see how much distance there is, right? And I'm off the ground, so I don't want it to be too much of a lower pectoral. I want it to be a medial. So by lifting my feet off the ground, it's going to be close to the same height as this. So that's the idea behind it. So it might look strange, but there's a method to the madness. Okay. Oh, and lastly, I'm going to take these two pieces of IKEA wood. They were used previously to make a shelf. And what I'm going to do is add this to it so it doesn't slide so much. So there we go. That's nice. Nice and sturdy. And so basically I kind of match the distance there. And I want it kind of in the middle. Yeah, up there. Oh yeah, okay. So, next up, so I put my feet here. Now, I'm going to work the medial. You want to keep the glutes tight and the quads. So what I'm going to do is switch to more traditional angle, a little bit on a 45. So by waving my elbows inward and outward, I'm getting different parts of the pectoral. So inward, outward, inward, outward. Oh yeah, feels good. Now I'm going to go a little bit wider. Inward, outward. A little more narrow this time. So by staying in the bottom there, I'm working the muscle at its stretched position. So not necessarily let's say if you're a hockey player and you need to cross-check your opponent, you're going to get a lot of strength here, right here, Wow. Whew. Certainly is really a lot of discomfort. Whew. And having the vibration as part of that creates a lot of muscle activation, which is why I like it. It causes you to really focus on using the muscle within its range of movement. And some people say, oh, it's kind of goofy. Try it. You'll see for yourself. Order yourself a vibration plate. Click on the link that you see in the description or in the comments. Alright, next up is flies. So, I'm going to take a red band here and I'm going to anchor it here. And those wider straps that I took off earlier, they're going to go onto these bands. And I've got an anchor point here. So for this one, I kind of have to use wide anchor points, or else you can do this individually, 3 minutes per side. But I like to do both at the same time. So this is my method of doing it. So I just make sure that this anchor is about the same height as the other one. And then what I will do is cross them this way. So I'm going to be in line with the bands. So I'm not overstretching the joint and the muscle connection because it's tied here, right? You don't want to stretch it like what Arnold did a few times. So here I'm taking one side and I'm attaching it to my elbow. The other side is going to go in the same way. So they're pulling on the elbows. So I'm just kind of measuring the, yeah, that's about right, the amount of tension. Oh, this one here is twisted. I don't like that. Doing it this way. So that's about right. I've got the remote in my pocket. So with this one here, keep the knees locked and you squeeze the elbows together. So some guys, they'll hold a weight of sorts and push it out like if they're on a bench, lying down on a bench. But this one here, I want to focus on the actual fibers itself, because when you're doing a regular push-up, the arms are not pressing this way. The fibers, they're not finishing. So the push-up is only good for the beginning part of the exercise. But if you want to follow the fibers, as some trainers would say, Jeff is one of those specific people. And I like to do this here like this. So by holding it isometrically, my body is twisting enough that I can feel it in the chest, believe it or not. So I'm focusing all the vibration energy to the chest while trying to hold the resistance. Oh. So bouncing in my pocket, driving me nuts. Can hold the remote like this. You could kind of do like a TKE version. So holding it like this and then pressing your elbows together. But the triceps kind of get involved, which I don't like. Because I can feel the difference. So if you get tired, you could do that. Get the tricep involved. So it's almost like a tricep hold, which will be the last exercise. But the focus is not to involve the triceps here. You want to have just the chest doing the work. So by having the bands go like, moving your arms like this throughout the full range of motion or movement, getting that pull all the way through and focusing on the fibers near the sternum. So next exercise is doing the stretched tricep extension. So yesterday I used a red band and a blue one. So I'm going to do the same today. So I'm going to switch to, yes, do it this way. And I'm going to put the small ankle straps on this. You'll see momentarily. So the red band is anchored here at this, and I'm going to take a blue one anchored, I think I'm going to put it here, because this first exercise I'm going to be kneeling down onto the vibration plate, and you'll see why momentarily here. Largely because I like to get the core and the cannon involved. Because in order to shoot a cannon, if you're on a boat and the boat is wobbly, the ball is not going to go far if the cannon is not securely mounted to the boat or to the ground. So the same principles apply when you're throwing a ball, whether it's with your left or right. Now, with this exercise too, I'm going to just take this weight here, and I'm going to place it on the ground somewhere here, I think, and then take the vibration plate and put it perpendicular to the okay. And I'm going to have the bands tugging on my arms from a stretched position, so as if I'm going to throw or shoot a basketball. And I have the weight on the floor behind my feet to help me from sliding off the band. So I'm going to be shooting the basketball like this and working on the tricep from the stretched position, which is here. So with my knees now directly on the vibration plate, all that energy is traveling up my body into my shoulders and into my hands, because my hands are moving too. So and then you can explode out. Bang. So here, this is fully stretched now. The bands are tugging at my hands, and now I'm pulling it away. So this exercise helps with your push-up too, believe it or not. But more focused directly at the stretched position. So I've already pre-fatigued the arm a little bit, or the muscle. Wow. Oh. I can feel it in the legs, trying to keep stiff, because they're getting involved too. Wow. You can see my heart rate, how it climbs. You know I'm really stressing that muscle. Next one is going to be more of a hold. So holding at this angle. And to do that, I'm going to just figure out how close I need this band. If it's the same distance, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. What I'm going to do is actually okay. I'll leave it the way it is. I changed my mind. Because I was thinking about the amount of tension at the beginning of the stretch and how much at the end. So I'm just going to move this ever so slightly backwards, just a little bit, and then take this weight and then put this here. And the reason being because I'm going to put my feet like this on it. And so that way the bands don't pull me forward too much. So by having my feet anchored like that, like this here, okay, that's what I want. All right. So program 1, 3 minutes, and isometrically holding it. The lats kind of get involved with this exercise. And here I'm training the lower back too, because the bands want to pull me forward. So not only am I working the triceps, I'm also working the lower back and the glutes. Hold it. Slow isometric or negative. explosive. Wow. Working both type 2s and type 1s and holding the isometric all at the same time. Forcing the muscle to do the work. All right, that's enough discomfort. Oh, I can feel the trapezius getting involved as well. So let's have a look here at the screen. Today's date stamp, March the 5th, 2026. So you can see there, March, I meant to say May 5th, 2026. Starting time was at 3:22 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, because I'm in Alberta. So let's have a look at my heart rate here. Okay, maximum heart rate. I didn't even hit this zone, which is, here you'll see 163 to 184. I didn't get there today, despite doing as much movement as I did. So you can see here a little bit of a sawtooth type of graph, I guess you could call it, sawtooth graph. And then a good recovery, followed by, that was when here, this here is when I did the dead man hang. And then obviously my heart rate recovered. And here's an interesting spot where it really recovered. And then again, another recovery here. So it goes to show that when you power your body with the choices that I make, one being the deuterium-free, deuterium-depleted water with a hydrogen bond angle of 114 degrees. That makes it the cleanest and most absorbable. Excuse me. And when I combine it with the X39 and the X49, that's the light activation that taps my body and the shoulder. It says, hey, Gordon, the X39 is telling your body to take glycine, histidine, and lysine and combine it with copper to make GHK, Cu. And then the X49 is going, hey, Gordon, take alanine, histidine, and lysine, combine it with copper to form AHK. So they're two different peptides that have very strong therapeutic effects in the body. And is it a reason why I continue to see, the guns? Like, So that's pretty telling. And I do not eat like a cow, meaning 6 times a day. 170, what, 0.8 grams of protein per day. So 0.8 times, my weight is around 170. I have to eat 136 grams of protein a day. I don't eat that much. I don't. I'm lucky if I eat 1/3 of that. Times 0.35, let's say. So 47. I'm lucky if I eat that much. So, when I say you don't need creatine monohydrate for your body, I really mean it, because I am not taking it. I'm only doing salt, mineralized salt. And when you realize what creatine monohydrate is made out of, what did I say? Sodium sarcosinate and cyamanonite or something like that. When it's pressure cooked together, it turns into a form of salt. Really? Huh. Yeah, could it be the industry's dirty little secret? Well, I'll tell you, my experiment, I think it is. A lot of people say, oh, make sure you have salt in your diet. Yes, mineralized salt, so you get all the minerals. And then the 3 magnesiums that are in the salt, guess what? They're water hungry. When they're floating around in your body, guess what happens to the deuterium depleted water? That's really absorbable. Huh. I'll tell you. It's one of the reasons why I'm able to keep pushing. Even though I'm fatigued, I'm hitting failure with the muscle. I can't push anymore because the blood is all out. So I get blood circulation back in, and I try to push it again. And it shows. My muscle is staying. Not just here, but here. And up here, and through my back as well, my lower body. So if you want to be strong athletically, take a long look at vibration plate training. Take a long look at it, because I will tell you, it works. It's very effective. And when you train the way I do, and I show you here every day that I do it, I'm showing you. So, and that's for free. And all that I ask is that you show your support. Click on the like button and purchase your DNA activator, which is this. That's all I ask for. If you want the water, deuterium depleted, you either have to buy the machine and make it yourself, or you buy it from somebody who makes it themselves. And I tell you where you can find that machine. I don't make a penny telling you about it, not one. And I'm okay with that, because I have respect for the man that created it. And John, if you're listening, I still support you, because I believe you. To all the naysayers out there, John isn't born in 1930 for nothing. And when he does whatever he wants still today, that's something that I pay attention to, because that's something I would like to be in the position when I get there. I'm almost 50. How many more days left did I say? Let's look at the countdown. I said 137 days until my 50th birthday. So make sure you eat the 3 aminos. Check out the benefits. Scan the QR code. Oh, and hello, Phil. And search the website. I've got all kinds of good information there. My story, how I'm how I've gotten to this point today. And that's it for today. So we'll see you tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday. Hopefully again on Rumble today. As you see me today, live on Rumble. Going forward. Bye.